So I would like to thank my children and the birds. I am now have had 2 colds in the past month and a half. Before my children started going to school, I wasn't really sick for the past over 2 years. I also blame the birds. The birds have been mocking me, calling me half a man for how I'm handling this cold. Thank you, birds. Thank you for making fun of me. Thank you for literally biting the hand that feeds you. See if you're not roasted for Christmas dinner. Skip it up and that up. So as of me making this video on December 3rd, 2021, GameStop stock is still at $164 a share, which is actually still down because the Kotaku article I'm citing for this video had it at about $200 per share. And that's all because of that crap that happened with Wall Street Bets and hedge funds, Citadel, and it was pretty ridiculous. And there's some people that I know were screaming from the mountaintops, one day, invest in GameStop, it has a future still. And I still hold to the fact that it doesn't, but who the hell would have saw something like the whole Wall Street Bets fiasco that happened earlier this year to actually happen? That was literally like you playing the lottery and going, this is definitely going to be the winning ticket, and you have no idea it's going to be the winning ticket, and your ticket won, which congratulations, I'm not knocking you, bless your heart for winning, but that's what happened. It just so happened that like, I guess you could call them a meme group, made a stock blow up for a company that is still essentially dying and still treats its employees like crap, and its business model is antiquated, and I don't really know how you can save it. But hey, it made some millionaires in the short term. Well, if you're thinking all this extra cash that GameStop has laying around due to what happened with Wall Street Bets is making them treat their employees better, come on, of course it's not. Of course they're not. Give me a break. They have pay freezes and they're treating them absolutely terrible even during the holiday season, which is normal, but you would think after what happened this year, maybe they give them a little bit of a break, maybe a little bit of a bonus, maybe just $1 an hour pay raise, 50 cents. No. This comes from Kotaku.com. I'm going to read you a snippet of it, then we'll discuss. So if you go over to the GameStop subreddit, that's a place where employees go to talk about their experiences. They're saying things have been even crappier than usual. Quoting here, I did the best thing I could think of doing for my mental health and dropped those keys. This is what someone wrote over the weekend saying they quit GameStop. Last year is when things started to turn into a psychologically abusive relationship between me and this company. The last few weeks have been the worst. Now, there's been a whole bunch of other posts like this, especially as GameStop approaches its busiest time of the year. I've talked about before how GameStop was a ruthless place to work for and how they always want you to upsell more than other companies. I mean, that's a thing at Best Buy. They want you to buy warranties and things like that, but they literally, if you didn't hit certain numbers and you did your damn best and you did everything you asked for, like say someone's buying $1 game, which they don't even sell those anymore, or say someone's buying a super cheap used game for $5 and they don't want to buy a $2 scratch protection warranty, and you didn't sell it, and you'll have the regional manager coming to you there being, why didn't you sell that warranty to them? Well, sir, it was a $5 game, you moron. You're an idiot. That's what you would be thinking anyway. You wouldn't say that to them. But, oh, well, I guess, if you can't hit these numbers. I mean, it happens at every job. Trust me, I've been there where they always want you to upsell the warranties and things like that. But GameStop brings it to a whole new level. And I've talked about it countless times before. They're basically bullying their employees to upsell to the point where it's, for the customer, it's also annoying too. And as a person who's been in their shoes, I feel bad for the employees because they have no choice but to try to upsell you all that crap. This is what another employee wrote on the GameStop subreddit, and this is true too, and quite amazing. GameStop, you got a set on you. I could go to the Target right down the street and make more money stocking shelves with milk and cheese overnight than I'm making right now running an entire store. Because a lot of places I know, when I go to my mall where a Target is, they're saying, hey, we're hiring right now, $15 an hour. on the spot. And then you have GameStop still offering $9 an hour in 2021 to their employees. $9 an hour. Then you wonder why GameStop is dying. And Best Buy and even grocery stores by me were closed for Thanksgiving, but not GameStop. GameStop was not closed. They're just too essential. So they were opened. Who cares you have a family? Who cares you have a life? Who cares that you literally work yourself to the bone for $9 an hour? It doesn't matter. You don't have to be with your family. You have to make that $9 an hour today or you'll be unemployed from us permanently. They were open on Thanksgiving, and then they wonder why the morale of employees at their company is like in the negatives. I have no idea. I can't imagine why people would not want to work for GameStop and hate the company. On top of all this, what's making things worse was there was a massive increase in the number of online orders, probably because of COVID and because we're already in a new era of shopping, which we've been in for a while. Each store was expected to ship due to huge Black Friday discounts and pre-owned deals like buy two, get one free. So people are going online to order all that stuff and they want to pick it up. Online order counts that rarely surpassed 100 were now breaking caps of 300 or more, some employees claimed. 3 employees from different stores told Kotaku that cash registers went occasionally unstaffed. Oh, GameStop wouldn't want to hear that, even though they screwed up the system and designed it to be this way. And some had to work late in order to keep up with all of the new orders. One store manager said they started Black Friday at 6:30 a.m. and didn't leave until 11:30 p.m. And one GameStop employee wrote this: "They've got kids running the stores," which I've noticed that, said one store manager. "They can't even afford cars. Mom drives them to work. This company is continuing boldly to go where no blank retailer has gone before." Look, you could say whatever you want to, and Rich, you've been saying GameStop has been dying for years, and that's exactly correct. It has been dying for years. It's going to be a slow and painful death, but it's still nonetheless dying. And even if physical media stays around for another 20 years, I don't see GameStop being part of that equation when there's other retailers that offer physical copies getting delivered to them right to a customer's door quicker than what GameStop offers. It's not like their online service is fantastic. I've used it before. Trust me, I know. So they're not even competing in that space. And what's so funny is I used to work at Circuit City. And when Circuit City kind of was in the same state as GameStop is now, they did the same thing. They got rid of all the higher paid employees. They got a bunch of guys in there, or a bunch of people in there, I mean to say, making $9 an hour. And they didn't care about anything. This to them was just weed and beer money. They were in college. This was a stopgap job just so they could make some money, so they could have fun during the weekends. And they didn't care about the product. They were getting run ragged too. Even though they were college kids, they were getting run ragged. Having to be there at 2 a.m. on Black Friday. I remember being there. I talked about this during a live stream on my live stream channel, RTU Streams. Make sure you go check it out. Link below in the description. Top pin comment. Shameless plug. But I remember I had to walk like at least half a mile, lines of cars going into Circuit City so everyone could rush in there. This is when Black Friday was really Black Friday, before online was as prevalent as it is now. But it was the same thing there. You literally had employees at Circuit City who, when commission was there, were making $70,000 or $80,000 a year. This is back in 2001 money too. Okay, then they gave them an offer when they stopped commission, saying, "Hey, we'll pay you $13 an hour, or we're firing you." And a lot of them had to leave because they were paying mortgages working there. So obviously which in turn made them passionate about working there and upselling and selling product because they were rewarded for what they sold. And then Circuit City was like, "No, we're not going to pay you a salary. We're just going to get college kids in here." And then when they did, the college kids didn't care. And then they tried to put more responsibility on those college kids. And where is Circuit City now? Look, I know that the slow demise of GameStop is happening much slower than I even thought it was, but this is not sustainable. And you know what's happening here? This is what I brought up Circuit City for. They're trying to All the executives there want their bonuses to be as big as possible, and they know the company is a sinking ship. Yes, I will still use that term years later, and they want to milk every single store dry so their bonuses are as big as possible as the ship is sinking. It's that simple. That's what they're doing. They don't care about the employees. They don't care about their quality of life. They just care about their bottom line. Welcome to corporate America. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.